In this video, I'll show you how to obtain and upgrade all the elemental swords. The Void, Raven Sword, the Light, Lion Sword, the Fire, Dragon Sword, and the Lightning Deer Sword. If you find this guide helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let's begin with the Fire Dragon Elemental Sword. To obtain the Fire Sword, start by opening doors until you reach the castle gate. At this point, head over to the cannon, rotate it, and fire through the door to gain entry. Continue opening doors until you reach the Doppel Room, where you can acquire your first Pack-a-Punch weapon. Our goal is to reach round 10 as quickly as possible. Once in the Doppel Room, shoot the locks to defeat the enemy inside and collect the crystal. Use this crystal to interact with the object in the crate, which will spawn the Pack-a-Punch machine. We're aiming to spawn a specific zombie, which typically appears at the end of round 10. This zombie wears a bucket on its head and is immune to headshot damage. Defeating it will drop a gold part known as the stamp. Take the stamp to the dining hall, where you'll want to obtain a specific sword, the Dragon Sword. As you enter, it will be the first sword on your right, and you'll notice the knight has a dragon emblem on its chest. This is the sword you need to acquire the Fire Elemental Sword. After grabbing the Dragon Sword, return to the main entrance of the castle and head up the steps to find the Dragon Altar. Interact with the altar to place your sword inside. Above it, you'll see a map indicating 3 locations you need to visit. These locations remain the same each time you play, and are where you'll find the 3 flames to bring back to the sword. 1 flame will spawn near the cannon, while the other 2 are close to the starting spawn area. When you pick up the Dragon Fire, you'll automatically equip your fists. While you run quickly, you'll also take damage from the fire. Your objective is to bring the flame back to the sword and interact with it. Be careful not to press Y to release the Dragon Fire, as this will extinguish your flames. To counteract the damage you're taking, you'll need to get kills with your fists to recharge your health. Having Juggernog can help, but it's not enough on its own to make it back safely. You don't need to collect the flames in a specific order, and zombies will spawn automatically while you're doing this, especially if you're at the end of a round. This should provide enough opportunities to regain health, even if you leave 1 zombie behind. Once you deliver the 3rd flame, the dragon will breathe fire onto the sword, empowering it as the Elemental Fire Sword, known as the Caliburn. With this sword, melee kills will charge it, allowing you to unleash a more powerful attack. I'll show you how to acquire the Light Elemental Sword variant, which is associated with the Lion Knight. Let's quickly summarize the initial steps. Open all the doors, use the cannon, and make your way to the Pack-a-Punch room. Once you're there, Pack-a-Punch your weapon and feel free to open the dining hall where you'll find the knights. Our goal is to reach round 10 as quickly as possible. When you hit round 10, you should encounter an enemy wearing a bucket on their head, which is immune to headshot damage. Defeating this enemy will drop a stamp, a crucial golden key item you'll need. These enemies become quite common after round 10, so you'll have plenty of opportunities to find them. Once you have the stamp, head to the dining hall where you can find the Vulture Aid perk and the 4 knights. Use the stamp to interact with the Lion Knight, identifiable by the symbol on his chest. You'll want to collect his sword, which can be transformed into the Light Sword. Make sure it's the Lion Sword, as the others won't work. After picking up the sword, golden parasites will spawn. Defeat them using the sword, and it will begin to glow gold. Once it's glowing, proceed to the upper village, located to the right of your starting point. Here, you'll find a door with a lion knocker. When your sword is glowing gold, interact with the door by hitting it to activate one of the 4 symbols. Repeat this process a total of 4 times to light all 4 symbols. Keep defeating golden parasites and interacting with the door. If there are no golden parasites available, you may need to advance to the next zombie round. Once all 4 symbols on the door are lit, approach the door and interact with it as if you're trying to loot something. Hold the interaction button for a second or 2, and the knocker will activate, teleporting you into the next room. Run down the hall in the sewer and place your sword into the receptacle at the end. The pedestal in front of you will start displaying symbols, and you need to shoot the symbol shown on the pedestal. You'll be under a time limit, and the longer you take, the more zombies will spawn, so make sure to shoot the symbols in the correct order. Once you successfully shoot all 4 symbols within the time limit, your sword will be empowered into the Light Sword. Like the other swords, you can parry, swipe, and charge the sword for a powerful attack. You're supposed to return the sword to the Lion Knight to complete the Easter egg, but there are still a few more steps to figure out. Stay tuned for more Black Ops 6 Zombies content. I'll guide you on how to obtain the Elemental Lightning Sword, also known as the Stag Sword. Since you're all skilled gamers, we'll jump straight to round 10, where we need to find a specific enemy wearing head armor. Defeating this enemy will reward you with a stamp. Take that stamp to the Vulture Knight room, and make sure to grab the sword from the Stag Knight, which is the first one on the left if you enter the same way I did. After acquiring the sword, we need to collect 3 lightning rods. The first one can be found near Deadshot Dakery, leaning against the wall. Just loot it. For the second lightning rod, you'll need to enhance your weapon with dead wire. Then, head to the upper village, which is to the right of the spawn or to the left of the castle. There, you'll find an electrical panel. Shoot it to zap the second lightning rod down from the roof and pick it up. The third lightning rod will randomly spawn on another armored enemy. Once you defeat that enemy, the lightning rod will drop. It progressed through the rounds. Next, head to the walkway leading to the cannon on the castle wall. You'll find a metal vase that you can interact with. Place all 3 lightning rods inside, and this will initiate a mini-game involving a wind vortex that you need to stay in while completing the next steps. To equip your sword, hold down the melee button. Enemies will start attacking you, and you'll need to use your sword to fend them off. Eventually, your sword will charge with lightning, which you'll notice through a visual effect on your screen. When your sword is charged, quickly melee the metal vase to charge one of the lightning rods. Be careful. If you take too long, the lightning will dissipate and damage you. So you need to act fast. I found this part quite challenging, especially since you can take damage if you fail to transfer the electricity into the vase. Once you've charged all 3 lightning rods, the storm will clear. Take out the zombies to make things easier, then interact with the vase again to place your sword inside. Finally, interact with it once more to retrieve the lightning sword. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful.
I love this sword to bits.
They left Durandal, the lightning blade. Alas, the Stag.
I'll provide you with the ultimate guide to unlocking and upgrading the Void Raven Sword in Black Ops 6 Zombies map, Citadelle de Morts, also known as Raven's Shadow. This sword embodies the dark or void element. Before you can start upgrading it, you first need to obtain a stamp by defeating a night zombie. These enemies spawn randomly after round 10, so keep an eye out for them. Once you've killed one, collect the stamp and head to the dining hall to interact with the Raven Knight. You can identify the correct knight by the raven perched on its shoulder. Next, you'll find a bone trophy in the alchemical lab, either on the table near the globe or on one of the bookcases. Make sure to remember which one you pick up, as this will be important later. You can also track this in your HUD indicator. Now, proceed to the underground area of the tavern and locate the rune circle. Place the trophy and the sword into the designated slot. Depending on the bone trophy you have, you'll need to align the corresponding astrology symbols. The easiest way to do this is by referring to the cheat sheet currently displayed on the screen. In my game, I had the scorpion. You might have one of the following: the raven skull, the jawbone with teeth, or the antlers. For me, the scorpion was the first option, so I was looking for an inverted triangle. Ignore the astrology signs next to the triangles for now. Focus on identifying your triangle based on the black image shown on screen. Next, another sheet will show which zodiac sign corresponds to the element you have. Since I had the scorpion, my zodiac sign was the water element, represented by an inverted triangle. You'll need to match this with one of the 3 symbols below the Cancer: Scorpio, Pisces. While I can't say which one you'll have, you do get multiple attempts per round, and it will always be one of these 3 options. Remember, you're aligning these symbols at the bottom of the wheel near the sword, not at the top. Once you've lined up the correct triangle with your astrology symbol, little orbs will spawn from the sword. You'll need to guide these orbs around the tavern's spawn area to the black hole portals on the ground. Stand directly behind a portal, and the orbs will fly into it, eventually moving on to another portal. After filling 3 of the portals, you can return to the sword and pick up the Void Raven Sword. This is arguably the best sword in the game, and many players have been searching for a confirmed method to obtain it. While there may be some trial and error in matching symbols with triangles, the key is to align the artifact you found with the correct elemental symbol and its corresponding zodiac sign. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies content. Let me know in the comments which sword is your favorite.